Thank you so much, Claire. And I want to also start by thanking Caroline for inviting me, and to everyone that's spoken to me today about their businesses and indeed their country's experience. A very warm welcome to you all for the very first Global Agritourism Conference. It's delightful for me as an Aberdonian that Aberdeen has been chosen as the venue, but I'm also immensely proud of the fact that Scotland is showcasing countries from across the world, learning from countries all across the world, but also showcasing what we've got to offer in Scotland. And I know that Caroline and her team are making this a very immersive experience for you all, and you're going to see the best of what Scotland has to offer. And I'm actually slightly jealous that I can't come and join you in any of the tours that are happening. It sounds absolutely amazing. So we've got people in the room from United States, Canada, Puerto Rico, all over Europe, Australia and New Zealand. Welcome to you all. I hope you have a wonderful time in our country. The scale of the event is truly impressive. My goodness, the lunch. The lunch was amazing too, and I believe I missed a pretty good party last night as well. It sounds as if you all had a fantastic time, and I know that you had a fantastic dinner as well. 2 years of planning's gone into this. You're finally here. 50 countries represented in the room today. It's an absolutely extraordinary achievement. The conference is not, of course, just about sharing knowledge and experience. That's so incredibly important. But it's also about the connections. The connections, the fact Caroline, we're coming in and saying about how we need to get people corralled into the plenary session. But you're all having so many conversations with one another. You're making all those connections over lunch, and you can't put a price on that as well. Friendships that have been formed over the last few days, incalculable value. And while you're here, I know that you will take the opportunity to experience what Scotland has to offer. I know you've been doing that already, you will see our landscapes, our food, our drink, our rich culture, and I know that you had some of our culture in the form of some rather dangerous dances last night. The beauty of a ceilidh is you don't actually have to know what you're doing. Someone will haul you around the room. It's all okay, no matter what. What calls people to Scotland is a personal choice. It can be very diverse and varied. For some, it's Scotland's iconic scenery, the landscape, the richness of our history and culture. They are top motivators, but others are driven by things like our legends, our stories that bind history and geography together. We've got, obviously, many historic castles and clan heritage, but outdoor experiences such as climbing a Munro, enjoying a health walk, wild swimming is written down here. I just like to call it swimming. I believe it's just called swimming, whatever it is that you do it. Sailing, round of golf, whatever it is that you're interested in, it's here for you as well, as long as you are adaptable to the weather conditions and you just get on with it no matter what. We pride ourselves in the warmth of welcome that we extend to people visiting our country and the hospitality we give. I hope you felt that. I hope you continue to feel that, because we do pride ourselves in that warmth of welcome. And I'm confident that you will not be disappointed as you go around our country in experiencing everything that we've got to offer. So I have become the Cabinet Secretary for Climate Action and Rural Affairs, and agritourism sits within my portfolio. And in a relatively short space of time that I've been in this role, it's become very clear to me what an economic and social opportunity it is. And it's a growing sector, a sector that's got even more potential to grow, driven by passionate, ambitious and very resilient people. And I heard from some of them this morning as we were talking about the tours, and I feel almost like I want to run away, open a farm and start doing an agritourism business. But maybe I've just heard maybe the best parts of it. But I'm under no illusion of just the passion of everyone I've spoken to today, who I hope to be seeing as my tenure goes on, and I get outside the Parliament and I get out on farm with people and meeting many of you in your businesses as well. The value of the sector has grown from £110 million in 2021 to £292 million in 2025, and that's surpassing even the most ambitious targets. Visitor numbers have also exceeded expectations. 2.5 million people visiting farms. That's well beyond what we said was our target in for 2030 of 2 million. How much further could we go? What more value can we be bringing to people's lives, particularly in rural areas? And what more value can we bring into the visitors' lives as well, whether they're from in Scotland or abroad? Massive opportunity. We're seeing more farms and crofts being involved. We've now nearly 900 actively engaged in agritourism, and that's keeping us firmly on track to reach 1,000 by 2030. I think we'll go further than that. It certainly feels like that. And I think there'll be people potentially in the audience who maybe are not involved in agritourism that'll be so inspired by what they've heard today and then so enthusiastic about the opportunities out there that will maybe what will come out of this particular conference we may never actually realise. Our international reach is growing too. 2021, just 15 farms were ready to welcome international travel trade, but our target was 40 by 2030. We've already more than doubled that. 88 farms are now prepared to host visitors from around the world. That's absolutely incredible. So the target has already been achieved. We need to have some more ones, some stretching ones, and blast them out of the water as well. These figures are a testament to the drive, innovation, creativity, resilience of Scotland's farmers and crofters and their families. They highlight the vital role that agritourism plays in sustaining rural communities. They support local economies. They help local economies become more resilient. They create new opportunities across the whole of the country. And in parts of the country where we have issues around depopulation, particularly amongst our young people. And it's so important, the role that agritourism is playing in having offers for young people to stay where they want to stay and to live where they want to live instead of having to go elsewhere. Holding the Global Agritourism Conference in Scotland is a great opportunity to bring even more focus and attention to what we have to offer. It also creates opportunities for Scottish businesses to meet and learn and share experience with their international peers and vice versa. The agritourism sector is a significant driver of Scotland's rural economy. It creates jobs, it sustains vital family employment, and allows farmers and crofters to diversify their income stream, but also to provide really exciting careers for people that maybe have never had any experience of agriculture, but are attracted to the tourism element as well. In Scotland, the strong and sustainable future of agritourism could be delivering high quality, authentic visitor experience, showcasing our world-class food and drink, but also that critical thing of our food and drink offer being on farms that have produced it, make people have an appreciation of what's involved in delivering that high quality produce, and then the hard work that happens on our farms and our crofts all over Scotland, and where our food comes from. And I think that's, I've heard many times today about the educational aspect of this. It's almost soft education. People are having a wonderful time. They don't even realise that they are being schooled in all this as well, but they come away with a new appreciation of what our rural sector does and our agricultural sector. As many of you know, it does give those visitors that deeper appreciation. And I've heard from people in the sessions, the breakout sessions within this morning, about how grateful people have been when they have come and experienced those offers on family farms and how much they've got out of it, how much their children have got out of it in particular. Placing agritourism firmly at the forefront of the visitor experience, we're offering people who come to our country, or even in country, not just to visit Scotland, but be immersed in Scotland, to actually experience a vital part of what Scotland is all about. I was delighted that one of my first tasks in office was to approve payments to 124 successful applicants under the £1 million agritourism investment scheme. For our international guests, this is a capital grant scheme that was designed to help agritourism businesses in Scotland to be financially sustainable, profitable and resilient businesses that play that key role in sustaining the future of Scottish agriculture. I know how much that capital support was wanted, and I'm confident it will help both new and established businesses to develop. Amongst the successful applicants were new entrants into agritourism. Island businesses were very well represented, and many of the younger generation involved as well. Supporting a new entrant into agritourism in Ayrshire, Craigbank Farm, with a commercial kitchen to bring people on farm, and experienced farm days offering their own cooked lamb. Support the growth of an agritourism business in Orkney with the purchase of a tour trailer to entertain groups of international tourists on a working beef, cattle and sheep farm. And in Aberdeenshire, my own constituency, I was delighted, and I just say I wasn't involved in the selection of the people. I want to make that clear. Two of my constituents, Gary and Michelle, who run Aberdeenshire Sheepdogs, were also recipients of that as well, and I've been on their farm many times. I look forward, though, to, in my role as Cabinet Secretary for Rural Affairs, in visiting even more of those businesses throughout the whole of Scotland. I have to learn more about your sector. I want to learn more about your sector. And briefings in government and policy documents will never, ever touch actually meeting people who are running those businesses, or meeting people who want to run those businesses, who want to come into it. And I feel it's my job to have a listening ear to some of the challenges, maybe some of the existing barriers to reaching the potential, so that in government I could set about removing many of those barriers as well. I also want to talk a little bit about monitor farms. The Agritourism Monitor Farm Programme is a 3-year initiative funded by the government to drive economic growth in the agritourism sector. It provides expert and peer group support, facilitates knowledge exchange, promotes skills development and confidence building for a wide range of agritourism and rural businesses of Scotland. And some of the people I've spoken to this morning have been involved in that programme. There are 4 monitor farms and 2 satellite monitor farms, each representing a particular area of Scotland. Alongside them, there are 34 businesses that have been supported as part of the core community group, receiving that targeted support and advice, and providing people with a network as well, which is so important. I'm pleased to say they remain highly engaged with the programme. And I'm delighted to share that the Scottish Government has awarded £443,000 in support for the Agritourism Monitor Farm Programme. These businesses are strong examples of what can be achieved. They're midway through investment projects supported by the programme. I'll take for one example, Fern Farm, Highlands and Islands monitor farmers who recently opened Shore, a refurbished hotel and restaurant at Ballantor, and it follows £1 million investment and represents a major boost for the whole of that local area. It's located just 3 miles from the farm. The development is set to transform the village and its surroundings. It offers a high-quality dining experience with Scottish beef and Scotch lamb from Fern Farm, along with fresh seafood just caught metres away from the harbour in front of the hotel. What a shining example of a real local experience for visitors. I'd like to conclude finally by, again, I want to express my sincere gratitude to Caroline Miller. I also want to congratulate her. She was awarded 2 weeks ago an MBE for her services to agritourism and the rural economy. Please give her a round of applause for that. If I can just embarrass you, Caroline. That's pretty special. It's for your dedication, your hard work, your perseverance in promoting and organising agritourism from Scotland, as well for that instrumental role in bringing this conference to Scotland. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank all of you who've travelled near and far, from literally the other side of the world and everything in between, and everyone involved in the agritourism sector for their commitment, their hard work, much of which is undertaken on a voluntary basis, all of which probably means really hard starts to get things off the ground. I want to meet you, I want to work with you, and I want to make sure, working alongside you, that we build the agritourism sector in Scotland and make it world class. Thank you.